Kerbal Space Program. Send in the clones. Episode 5, Passing Minimus. So in this episode we take our new tech and we try to achieve something we have not achieved before. We're going to actually fly by one of the other moons. Oh, here we gotta select our clone first. So it'll be Bob A2. Excuse me. And this is a very strange looking craft, but that's okay. So it's got a bunch of boosters around the bottom and a very wide based lander on top. I think the original idea was to possibly land this thing on Minimus, but nope, the boosters are out. Drop that stage. A little bit delayed there. Anyway, yeah, landing on Minimus would have been a great thing, but as much as we've got all this fuel in these boosters, playing it safe is probably the better way to go. So, and it's tilting, which is always kind of scary when you've got that much weight distributed in such a strange way near the top of the craft. Oh, see some islands off in the distance there. Oh, more stages gone. Well, yeah, we've got fuel lines now. Did I miss a video somewhere? I'll have to check. Fuel lines are great. Doing the good old asparagus staging here. And doing more of a gravity turn, hoping that the whole thing doesn't start dropping nose first into the ocean. Anyway, the reason for the strange shape, as you might notice, is I've got scientific gear up there, and so again with those girders, I've got the Science Juniors there. Below them are small fuel tanks with engines. You got the mystery goo containers attached to the Science Juniors. There's the sun. And the other great thing is there's a bunch of batteries. We do have batteries now. Oh, those engines are done. Get rid of those. Oh, I had Separatrons on there. Spinning spent fuel tanks. There you go. A little bit of alliteration in the morning. I love the sound of alliteration in the morning. Okay, maybe not. Oop. Gotta change the angle. Make sure we get into space. Actually, I think this may be the main reason why we're looking at a flyby as opposed to actually landing. All those tanks, all that fuel, and we're still not that close to the edge of space yet. And we're almost 40 kilometers up, and that tank is done. So, on to the next one. The rocket's firing. So we're at what, 5 times the speed of sound now? And still within the atmosphere. This could lead to, as they call them, re-entry effects on our way up as opposed to re-entering. At least the atmosphere is fairly thin up there. But yeah, we're really picking up speed, and we're only at 50 kilometers up. Oh well. Some cool engine effects going on there anyway. 52 kilometers. Oh boy. We're pushing that apoapse pretty far out there. And there's still, what, about a third of the fuel, a little more than a third of the fuel in that tank, or in that stage. Cut the engines and head towards apoapse. Yikes. Let's see how this goes. And it's still only at a maximum height of about 62 kilometers up. So we've gone, what, about a quarter of the way around the planet. We're still not in space yet. Time to fire those engines. Yeah, this thing appears to have solar panels too. I think I lost a video somewhere along the way. Or some video. Because it may have been more than just one. Oh my. We really pushed that out there. Yeah, perhaps. Now, way on the other side. Oh, this thing's definitely going into space. So we'll add a handy alarm so that I don't fly past it. At least ideally it'll stop me from flying past it. And we're still inside the atmosphere. But we will be going into space. Yep. That's one of the issues of being this low in the orbit. Even when you time accelerate, you're not accelerating very much. Slow acceleration. And it won't go any faster. I guess I could sped up the video too, but that might have helped some. Dun dun dun. Yeah, it's got RCS and stuff. Wow. I'm afraid I might have failed to record or somehow lost what could have been several episodes. So that's not good. And this thing's just kind of rotating, spinning around as it's heading off into space. La la la. La la la. Who was it? Bob A2 on board? Get the A2 clones going now. Sunrise. Yeah, it's kind of a weird shaped thing, but the wide base makes it easier to land in a lot of ways. Because even on a slope, it's less likely to tip. Not that it won't tip. I could tip anything, really, but the plan is to not tip it. So we set Minimus as our target. And we're coming around. Okay, so it's well into space now. 86 kilometers up. The alarm has come. Fire up the engine to get ourselves into a stable orbit. At least that should be the plan. Just get this thing pointed in the right direction. Yeah, not a lot of fuel in that stage left, really. And I think the plan was for that stage to ideally get us to Minimus and slow us down for the landing on Minimus. Don't think that's going to happen. Okay, so try to set up a maneuver here that hopefully will meet up with Minimus. And maybe not. Oh wait, it's close. So we'll just fiddle around with it a bit. That's one of the things with Minimus, it's so small. It's a bit of a trick. Whoa, there, we have an encounter. No, not there. We have an encounter. Go back. No, I'm trying to make this more efficient. There's an encounter. There was an encounter. There we go. And trying to adjust a few things again. That's the tricky thing. You adjust one thing when you're that close to Minimus and everything changes. It seems. Oh boy. Maneuver nodes are very useful, but they're not fun to set up. Not fun at all. Kind of like crashing into Tylo. That's not fun at all. Actually, so far Tylo is the only thing I haven't managed to land a Kerbin on. And up until this series, I hadn't brought anybody actually back from anything other than Minimus or Moon. So later on, you'll actually see me return people from other Kerbals from other destinations. Amazingly enough. Well, as long as I recorded those. It's not good when I'm missing stuff. Okay, this maneuver stuff is not very exciting. Not very exciting at all. I think in the future I will try to avoid a lot of it. Definitely speed my way through it. Well, we're approaching the time to burn. Slowly. slowly. So estimated burn time, I believe, says 1 minute exactly. And 944.3 meters per second of delta V. So, see how this goes. Yeah, that's a very awkward looking rocket. I'm thinking if I didn't have all those boosters at the bottom of the original rocket, there's Moon, of the original rocket, it's very likely the whole thing would have tipped and went nose down very early on. And there's the alarm. Alright, close the alarm. Delete and close. Let's get us pointed in the right direction and fire those engines. Almost. Uh-oh, we're going to be late on the burn. We're late on the burn. Fire that engine. Try go cinematic and make it look fancy. Hopefully, whoops. Well, that engine, that was the end of that stage. And like I said, ideally, whoops, I seem to have overshot things. Ideally, that stage would have, I'm going to try change the maneuver to get us back to Minimus here. That stage was supposed to get us to Minimus and slow us down for the landing. So this is definitely turning into a flyby. We still have a fair amount of fuel in our tanks, so I'm thinking a flyby as long as we get close to Kerbin on our way back. Excuse me. And hopefully within the atmosphere. That should help out quite a bit. And so we have an encounter and we're coming in close to Kerbin, so that's perfect. Okay, Bob A2. EVA time. Oh, that was quick. Yeah, I don't think he actually got any science out of that anyway. So, set an alarm for when I actually get to Minimus. And let's speed it up. Bye, Kerbin. Bye, Moon. Oh, slowing down again. Okay, Minimus is out there somewhere. Doing quite the spin. There it is. Minimus. We do a crew report. Lake beds seem relatively flat. Perhaps we could land there. High over Minimus. Okay, excellent. EVA report. Get out of the ship, Bob. Ooh, there's Minimus, or Moon, and Kerbin over there. Okay, Bob. Do a report. Do a report, Bob. He's too busy staring off into space. What else are you going to do up there? It looks like he's sliding down on the ladder as well. Oh no, did I say ladder? Oh, the rungs. We don't have ladders yet. Haven't invented them. EVA report. Hi, over Minimus. Record your observations. Okay, excellent. More science. And there's Minimus still. Get on board, Bob. Gonna transmit some data. Yeah, I like transmitting the data that you end up getting 100% of the value for when it's transmitted. Other data I tend to like to hang on to until I actually can bring it back, unless I can't, of course. If it was just a an unmanned probe that landed on a planet that I wasn't planning on bringing back ever anyway, of course I would transmit it. But or if it was a manned mission and they got stuck on the planet, there's a good possibility that I would transmit it, because if that's the case, then the smaller amount of information could still lead to developing the technologies that could help rescue them in the future. Besides that, the rescue craft could take scientific equipment that could be brought back to the home planet. That works for me. Oh, and that's the end of this episode. So I guess next episode we'll see him coming home.